How to fix Phasmophobia Eye Adaptation Visual Glitch. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Phasmophobia, a masterclass in psychological horror, relies heavily on its immersive visual and auditory design to deliver truly terrifying experiences. However, a prevalent technical hiccup known as the Eye Adaptation Visual Glitch can severely detract from this immersion, manifesting as erratic brightness shifts, overexposure, or persistent visual artifacts that hinder gameplay and break the atmospheric tension. This glitch often stems from an unintended interaction between game engine rendering, graphics drivers, and system-level configuration, where the simulated pupil dilation and constriction effect either overcorrects or gets stuck in an abnormal state. Today, Teknobalta provides a comprehensive, deep-dive guide to meticulously diagnose and rectify this frustrating visual anomaly, ensuring your ghost hunts are as visually pristine as they are terrifying, by exploring solutions ranging from in-game adjustments to intricate system registry modifications and advanced file system permissions management. Here are the detailed technical steps to effectively eliminate the Phasmophobia Eye Adaptation Visual Glitch. Initial in-game graphics settings review. Begin by navigating to Phasmophobia's in-game graphics settings. Although a direct eye adaptation toggle might be elusive in current versions, scrutinize related post-processing effects like bloom, ambient occlusion, and any exposure-related sliders, experimenting with disabling or lowering them to observe any immediate impact on the visual anomaly. These settings frequently interact with lighting and adaptation algorithms, making them primary suspects for interference. Direct Registry Key Modification. Disable. Access the registry editor by typing regedit in the Windows search bar and running it as an administrator. Navigate to hkeycarentuser/software/kinetic games/Phasmophobia. Within this directory, locate any value named Eye or Eye Adaptation. Use Ctrl+F to search if necessary, and ensure its DWORD value is set to 0 to explicitly disable the feature, effectively bypassing the visual glitch. Direct Registry Key Modification. Enable /toggle. Conversely, if disabling did not resolve the issue, or if the glitch manifests differently, try setting the Eye or Eye Adaptation DWORD value in the same registry path. hkeycarentuser/software/kinetic games/Phasmophobia to 1. This action forces the game to utilize its eye adaptation, and sometimes a forced reinitialization can correct a corrupted state, resolving the glitch by resetting its internal logic. Verify game file integrity via Steam. Corrupted or incomplete game files are a frequent cause of unexpected visual behavior and engine glitches. Open your Steam library, right-click on Phasmophobia, select Properties, navigate to the Installed Files tab, and click Verify Integrity of Game Files. This process scans and repairs any discrepancies, ensuring all game assets are intact and correctly configured, which can resolve underlying rendering issues. Update graphics drivers to latest version. Outdated or corrupted graphics drivers are a leading cause of rendering anomalies in modern games. Visit the official website of your GPU manufacturer, NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel, and download the absolute latest stable driver package available for your specific graphics card model. Perform a clean installation, often an option within the installer, to prevent residual files from causing conflicts. Perform a clean graphics driver installation. For persistent driver-related issues, a standard update may not suffice. Utilize Display Driver Uninstaller. In Windows Safe Mode, to completely remove all traces of previous graphics drivers. Following this thorough cleanup, perform a fresh installation of the latest drivers from your manufacturer's website, ensuring no remnants interfere with the game's rendering pipeline. Adjust NVIDIA Control Panel 3D settings. For NVIDIA users, Open the NVIDIA control panel and navigate to Manage 3D Settings. Under the Program Settings tab, add Phasmophobia and experiment with specific settings such as image sharpening, texture filtering quality, set to high performance, or vertical sync, try fast or adaptive. Overriding global settings for the game can sometimes stabilize rendering behavior. Adjust AMD Radeon software graphics settings. AMD users should open Radeon software and go to the Gaming tab, then Games and select Phasmophobia. Experiment with Radeon Anti-Lag, Radeon Boost, or image sharpening settings. Disabling or adjusting these features, especially those that dynamically alter rendering, can often alleviate visual glitches caused by unexpected interactions with the game engine's lighting. Check Phasmophobia configuration file ini/JSON. Some games store configuration data in ini or JSON files within the game directory or user app data folder, which might override registry settings or contain additional visual parameters. Locate Phasmophobia's configuration files, typically in %appdata%\local low/kinetic games /Phasmophobia or the game installation folder, and inspect them for any Eye Adaptation or related rendering entries that can be manually adjusted or removed. Address cloud save synchronization conflicts. If your Eye Adaptation setting continually reverts after changes, Steam Cloud Synchronization is a probable culprit. Disable Steam Cloud for Phasmophobia via its properties in the Steam library, then apply your registry or configuration file changes. Launch the game, confirm the fix, then re-enable cloud saves if desired, potentially creating a new, correct cloud save state. Run game and launcher as administrator. Insufficient file or registry permissions can prevent game settings from being saved or applied correctly, leading to persistent glitches. Locate Phasmophobia's executable Phasmophobia, EXE, and your Steam launcher executable Steam, EXE, right-click each, select Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check Run this program as an administrator. This elevates privileges, allowing changes to persist. Disable in-game overlays, Steam, Discord, GeForce Experience. Overlays from platforms like Steam, Discord, NVIDIA GeForce Experience, or AMD Radeon software can sometimes inject graphical elements or processes that interfere with game rendering. Access the settings for each respective application and disable their in-game overlay features specifically for Phasmophobia, then relaunch the game to check if the visual glitch persists. Update DirectX and Visual C++ redistributables. Games often rely on specific versions of DirectX and Visual C++ redistributables for proper rendering. Ensure these essential runtime components are up to date. Download the latest DirectX end-user runtime web installer and the latest Visual C++ redistributables from Microsoft's official website to ensure your system has all necessary dependencies for optimal game performance. Adjust Windows Power Plan to high performance. Underpowering your GPU or CPU can lead to inconsistent performance and rendering issues. Open Windows Power and Sleep settings, navigate to Additional Power Settings, and select the High Performance Power Plan. This ensures your system prioritizes maximum performance for gaming, providing stable clock speeds to your hardware and mitigating potential glitches. Check monitor refresh rate and G-Sync/FreeSync settings. Incompatible refresh rates or active adaptive sync technologies, G-Sync/FreeSync, can sometimes cause visual anomalies if not properly synchronized with the game engine. Ensure your monitor's refresh rate is set correctly in Windows display settings, and experiment with disabling G-Sync or FreeSync in your GPU control panel for Phasmophobia specifically. If the glitch occurs during rapid camera movements, temporarily disable antivirus/firewall software. Security software can sometimes flag game files or prevent the game from writing configuration changes, leading to unexpected behavior. Temporarily disable your antivirus or firewall, and then attempt to apply the registry or configuration file fixes. If the problem resolves, add Phasmophobia and its relevant folders to your security software's exclusion list. Consider Windows compatibility mode. While Phasmophobia is a modern title, sometimes specific system configurations can benefit from compatibility adjustments. Right-click on Phasmophobia, EXE, select Properties, and under the Compatibility tab, experiment with running the game in compatibility mode for a previous version of Windows, such as Windows 8 or 7. This can occasionally resolve unforeseen system conflicts. Clear Phasmophobia cache and temporary files. Accumulated game cache or temporary files can become corrupted and lead to various in-game glitches. Locate Phasmophobia's cache directory, often within %appdata /local low /kinetic games /Phasmophobia or a similar path, and manually delete its contents. This forces the game to regenerate fresh cache files upon next launch, potentially resolving the visual anomaly. Reinstall Phasmophobia completely. As a final, comprehensive troubleshooting step for persistent issues, consider performing a complete reinstallation of Phasmophobia. Uninstall the game via Steam, then manually delete any remaining game folders in your Steam directory and user app data, %appdata /local low /kinetic games /Phasmophobia. This ensures a fresh start, eliminating any deep-seated corruptions. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more in-depth technical guides and solutions.